Hi, I'm Father Jim Martin, Editor-at-Large at America Media and author of Learning to Pray, A Guide for Everyone, published by Harper One and available everywhere books are sold. I've never met one person who wasn't distracted in prayer. Even St. Ignatius Loyola, the founder of the Jesuits, wrote in his personal journals about being distracted by someone who whistled while Ignatius was praying. Thomas Merton once said, "If you've never had any distractions, you don't know how to pray." Everyone gets distracted, whether by a noise outside, or physical pain, or some concern you can't seem to forget about. So the first thing to remember about distractions is not to get angry at yourself. You're human, you have a life, you have a body. So there will be things on your mind. Now, what to do about those distractions? Well, first decide if they are unimportant or important distractions. Unimportant distractions may be things like wondering what you're going to have for dinner or what TV show you're going to watch tonight. In that case, try letting them go. Imagine them as clouds simply passing by, or birds flying by, or a boat sailing by. They come into your consciousness and then go out again and don't trouble you. It's like driving a car. You see all sorts of things by the side of the road, but you don't pay attention to them. Important distractions are a little different. They may be things that God is raising up in your prayer for you to look at. A few years ago, a young Jesuit said to me that every time he tried to pray, he kept thinking about another Jesuit in his community with whom he had had an argument. "It's such a distraction," he said. I suggested that maybe it wasn't a distraction, but something he was being asked to look at. In time, you'll be able to discern between what's an unimportant distraction and an important one. But what happens if, after all this, you are still distracted? What happens if you just can't get your mind off that truck beeping outside, the pain in your back, or that worry about that big meeting with your boss coming up? In that case, remember that God is still with you, even in your distractions. Imagine going out with a close friend for dinner. You tell her, "Look, I'm so happy to be here, but I'm a little preoccupied with some worries in my life." What would your close friend say? Well, she might ask you to talk about them, but she'll probably also say, "Don't worry, I'm just glad you're here." And if a friend could say that, how much more can God be with you in your distractions? So, with that in mind, if you really can't get rid of your distractions, try one of my favorite prayers. God, I'm distracted, and I'm still here with you. Learning to Pray, A Guide for Everyone is published by Harper One and available everywhere books are sold.